Oh my God, the Queen. Miss Cracker got on season. Oh, hey, Arson.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. Oh my God, wait, are we talking about season 10 already?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, because I have a lot of thoughts. Let me tell you, I have been following Aquaria for a really long time on Instagram. She's really pretty. I think she's gonna get the villain edit. Don't ask me why. Welcome to Ruminations on Jet Space Magazine. My name is Arson Nikki.
And I'm Mayhem Bradshaw. Congratulate me on season 10. You're welcome.
We'll get to season 10 in a second, but right now we have a lot to talk about with this latest episode of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 3. Woo-wee! Oh my goodness. We get the development of the Shangela Trixie Friendship Alliance Game of Thrones thing. I don't know what Shangela's deal is, but hopefully that whole thread is over with because that theme was kind of annoying in my opinion.
You said thread, and I don't think she knows what that is.
She doesn't know what thread is. Clearly not. Even though it sounds like she took 2 months of sewing classes, it doesn't look like it helped when she couldn't even figure out the difference between stretch fabric and non-stretch fabric. Sorry, Queen, but this wasn't your week. Sewing challenge didn't do it for you. Yeah, we got a lot of drama. As per usual, we got an emotional send-off with Bibi and Aja, and it looks like we are trucking on through until we get to a top 3. London, how did you feel about the episode in general?
I just thought that the women's hockey team did a great job getting gold this week at the Olympics. Beating Canada was really great.
Girl, I gotta keep you right on track.
Okay, so yeah.
I do have to tell you, I'm so sorry. It sounds to me like I got the Bibi mole theory wrong. At least partially, because if you'll recall, part of the mole theory was that Bibi was going to be safe the entire season. And not only has she gotten top already, but she won the episode tonight with the lip sync. And that doesn't gel with what I had. So if you were Team Arson, I'm so sorry, but I let you down. But that is how I roll. I'm a disappointing person.
Bow down to the Bradshaw, bitch.
I'm changing my flair, and hopefully I am on the right track.
Hopefully. Definitely thought that this episode was really like,
How so?
I don't know. I'm so sick and tired of these hour episodes when they should really be an hour and a half, because I thought we were promised like the shade tree and all of that jazz in the episodes.
I know.
Yeah, like what's going on?
Give me 90 minutes. Oh my gosh, you can't just give me all of that and then like take it away, especially when you throw a mini challenge in there. Like I love the mini challenges, don't get me wrong, they're so much fun, but they take away from some of the workroom time, and I really want to see them, especially on a sewing challenge, I really want to see them making their stuff, even though they only had to make 2 looks instead of 3 this time.
Just like when Arson asked me to help her sew her outfit, but she sent me home anyways. Like, what the fuck was that?
Could you believe that?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That didn't even occur to me until the elimination actually happened. It was like, oh, wait a minute.
So, I mean, like, maybe your mole thing is right. Like, maybe Bibi has chosen Aja as her favorite queen, and it might still be a thing, but she needed to send her home, and then is she coming back? Like, are any queens coming back? Let's find out.
It sounds like we're going to find out next week. But until then, we have some stuff to talk about.
Yep.
Let's get on into it. Now it's time for a segment we like to call Out of Closet. Stepping on out.
Whoa.
We're talking about the fashions that we saw on this week's episode. London, I'm just going to start it right off.
Go for it.
Aja was my favorite. And I'm so sorry. I know I'm going to catch flack because she was sent home. I get it. Her references weren't on time. I understand. But when you line all of the looks up on the main stage, hers was the most fashionable, and that's what I look for personally. Like I said, the references were scrambled. It wasn't quite Studio 54, and you know, the hair was out of time, as was the silhouette. But when Aja brings an outfit to RuPaul's Drag Race, she is bringing her youth and her knowledge of current fashion, and that's what I appreciate most about her, along with her attitude. And that's one of the things that I'm going to miss about her in the season, was her consistency in terms of bringing fantastic looks. You know, as I'm going to miss her a lot, because that look was fantastic, as were her other ones. I'm curious, London, I want to know what your top look was.
Not Aja. Like, she is one of my favorite queens. I've seen her perform. I actually look up to her. And so,
fair enough.
I was actually a little disappointed. Like, Fran Jolie, you might as well said Frangelina Jolie, hashtag Tomb Raider. Like, she fucked it up. Like,
so
I was like,
so then if you didn't like her, who did you really like?
Not Aja. Just kidding. I actually have been, I don't know if this like will make sense, but I've been looking at like pageantry and pageant gowns. Like, maybe one day I want to run for a pageant, you know, again. And then I just was so starstruck by Cameroon.
Okay.
So like she got off that horse in that fucking gown type disco outfit, and I was like, girl, you are slaying me. Her paint was on point and her hair was on point. She said that she was at a Diana Ross party. So I mean, like, I don't know. It's just like, I'm not really big into shiny and sequins, but when you get off a horse like that, you just like, you know, like starstruck. I don't know. That's all I have to say is I was definitely about her outfit. If anybody else has any other comments on YouTube, I want to hear about her outfit and what you thought, you know. Team Arson, Team Aja, Team Bradshaw, Team BB, you know. So I want to hear what you guys thought about those.
Ask me about my least favorite, because I want to spill.
Arson, what is your least favorite?
BB.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
I know. I was waiting for this, because this is really juicy.
God.
So, okay. So hear me out. Hear me out. I appreciate the silhouette. I appreciate the glitter, the glitz, the glamour. I appreciate the hair. Her face was on point. It was very Studio 54. I thought the opposite in terms of what I felt with Aja. The outfit was kind of a mess. The silhouette wasn't quite right. It was a little shapeshiftery, blobby, amorphous. And it didn't appear like she made a lot of her outfit, or at least she didn't make the base of it. She had to have help from Aja. And so when you have to have that much help and then it doesn't come out, for me at least, I don't know. It just wasn't up for me. And when you're in All-Stars 3 and we get to this point, it's really got to deliver. What about you? I want to know.
My worst?
Yeah.
Shangela.
Okay.
Like, are you Valentina or nah? Like, do you want red M&Ms or nah? Like, we understand that she couldn't be in the dress. She doesn't know how to sew. Like, yes, we feel like you should be on RuPaul's knowing how to sew in general, and you're on All-Stars 3. Not 2, not 1, not season 10, not season 1. 3 of All-Stars. That means you were brought back to know what you were doing, and so I feel like you should have been able to sew something. Also, it's not that hard to figure out stretch fabric, and like if it stretches, it stretches. If it doesn't, it's not stretch fabric. Simple as that. So this is not stretch. This is stretch. I eat. It's keeping me in right now, so we should know the difference. So also, you're on season 3. You're a painted queen. You should do a good job, and you should show your face. Her whole entire face was covered with a disc. I don't know if it was a disco disc or just like a plate. Like, you never know. So that's my thing.
Okay, I see it.
Sorry, Shangela.
Now it's time for us to talk about the tops and the bottoms. We're not in the middle with the versatiles. We're on both ends. London, I have to ask you, what was the top performance of the week for you? So
I do agree with you that Aja did a good job this week. So I definitely think that Aja's Warhol look was pretty cool. If that's how it was portrayed with the colors and everything. I think the thing that got me the most was the teardrops in her Warhol look, and like just the way she looked at the camera, and like the Dita Von Teese, even though she thinks that Dita Von Teese was from Studio 54, I think that she did a good job. And so she deserved to stay for that. So she was my favorite.
This was in regards to the portrait that she took, right?
Yes.
Cool. And the mini challenge?
Green
awesome.
look, I think. Red hair.
Yeah.
Teardrops. Looks like she was like a 1950s gangster. You know? Mad Men.
She pulled it out.
I know my references. What about you?
Let's see. Top performance for me was definitely Trixie Mattel's can performance, where she was talking and walking down the runway in the soup can at the same time. And here is why. Talking and walking is difficult. You would know. I thought
so. It's cleaning your house, but apparently you're still not done yet.
True. I loved her performance because she took elements of herself that she has insecurities about and sold them as really, really funny. For me, it reminded me a lot of when Katya did her product challenge in her season and was like, I'm going to sell you my anxiety. And she ended up winning the challenge because she deserved it. She took her insecurities and made them powerful, which I really do appreciate. And it sounds to me like that was also her Trixie specifically, taking the criticism that Michelle gave her last week when Michelle said, please invite the Trixie that we know and love to RuPaul's Drag Race. I thought she did that, and she delivered like nothing else. So congratulations, Trixie. This was a fantastic episode for you. All right, now we got to go to the bottoms. London, I am very curious as to what your least... Okay, well, moving on, we know, maybe. What was your least favorite performance of the week?
We watched you try to clean a toilet earlier today, and you obviously still have your gloves. So we were very disappointed. So you can sashay away now. My least favorite performance was actually Aja's can performance. I think this is the reason, like, yes, she was very cocky with her Andy Warhol winning the mini challenge, and she thought her outfit was great, cool, but she didn't get her references down. She also just kept talking about her canned soup situation. So it wasn't the soup itself. It's the fact that she didn't talk about herself. So I definitely agree with Michelle Visage that she didn't talk about herself, and that's what you're branding. If you're going to brand yourself like London Bradshaw, the hungriest drag queen in Seattle, Arson Nikki, she sets fires if London Bradshaw doesn't stop talking. That's like branding yourself. So Aja didn't do that because she just kept talking about how her soup was the best, blah, blah, but she didn't talk about how she was the best and what ingredients of her were in her soup.
Okay, I agree with that.
I feel like that. Cool. So maybe that's why she got sent home. But did she get sent home?
We'll find out next week.
Well, I guess we will.
I got to tell you, London, my least favorite performance in the can challenge specifically was Kennedy's. And here's the thing. It's like when you get to this point in the competition, everyone is going to do fine and good, but you really have to go above and beyond in order to stand out in All Stars 3 at this point in the competition. And for me, Kennedy didn't quite do that, which is why she was my least favorite. She was pretty funny. She had some good one-liners in there, and I got what her soup was in relationship to her brand. But when I think in my mind's eye and line up, okay, like all of the soups and the things that I like and dislike about them, hers was the one conceptually that I forget about the most. I don't remember as many details, and you got to be memorable if you're going to win All Stars 3. So for me, it was a pass, but like I said, it was fine, just not quite for this level of competition.
She also wasn't like herself. She was like a different character, so she should have been herself. I agree with you, though.
Could have done better, is really all.
Yep.
It's time for you to get your bags of loose leaf. Get a few teaspoons in there, let it sit for a few minutes because it is time for us to drink the tea. The shadiest moments that we found on this episode. London, which moment made you go?
It's not you. It's just I'm so speechless because I just want to know how they predetermined lip syncs because let's all in America just be real. You knew who was going to win that lip sync when you saw the lyrics pop up on the screen of who sang that song. Mm-hmm. I think it was a setup. I think that your mole situation may be correct. You think that you're incorrect. I think that you are correct because no one just sets up Bibi Zahara Benet with a Diana Ross song expecting her to lose. And like I feel bad for Trixie because she was so excited to finally win. She was like, it's my week. This is me. I'm going to win. So like, yeah, she definitely was excited. And then the lip sync came on and it was just like,
Yep. Yep.
So I want to know what your shade is because I don't think nothing beats that.
Oh, well, I think mine does. It was the moment where Ross Matthews on the judging panel said,
and I don't know if you're tired tonight or something, but we are at the edge of our seats every time you walk out just because of the level you've been performing. So if it's not at 120, if it's just at 100, we're like, no, 100.
You know, especially when you go backstage and Ben is talking about how exhausted she is and how hard she's working. Oh my goodness gracious. You know, it's not her fault that she's doing extremely well. And it's a bummer that she got penalized on the judging panel for doing so well and like falling slightly short of that. Because, you know, when you're on All Stars, you want to do your best all the time. And it's a bummer that she got faulted like that in such a way. And I get that it's a competition and it's next level, but it was kind of like a ooh moment when I heard that personally.
But I mean, like, don't you know that it's Ben de la Crème's Drag Race, not RuPaul's anymore?
True.
Set the record, Ben. Good job making Seattle proud. Sorry that you were tired and exhausted that you kept winning.
So it sounds like we've reached everything that we need to touch on. Thank you so...
Nope, we have not.
What?
Hello, Lennon Bradshaw here. Can we talk about the week 3 Kings, Orient, R?
Oh, you mean
at the end of the season?
Oh, you mean the We 3 Queens moment?
Orient, R.
No, it's true. We got a lineup of the Handmaid's Tale gals and their hoods, and it looks to me like one of them might be coming back. But I'm really curious, London. I think so. You have them all lined up, and you can see their arms. In terms of who I think it is, based on the way that the arms are, just not even any spoilery types of things. I think at least one of them is, Chi-Chi, and I think with the tattoos, I think Aja is going to be one of them. Who do you think is the last person based on the arms?
Thor.
Really?
I think so. Or Morgan. There's only 3 of them. But
yeah, you don't really have many options to choose from.
There's 3 of them. Definitely Aja, tattoos, people of color, maybe Chi-Chi DeVayne. She was a little darker. That last person was a little bit darker. And then, you know, the one on the end, maybe Morgan McMichaels, maybe Thor.
We will have to watch the next episode to find out. Well, now that we've covered that section, I think now we're ready to wrap things up.
Cool.
Jeez, way to interrupt me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Ruminations right here on Dead Space Magazine.
Please like, share, and subscribe if you liked this video.
Please do.
Please let us know what queens you think that are under the robe.
I think so too. My name is Arseniki.
I'm Lennon Bradshaw.
And thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, we will see you right back here next week.
See you later.
Take care.
Under his eye.